How many games will the Tennessee Titans win in 2026? What's going on, Titans fans? It's your boy Mayo Jones here, back with another NFL record prediction. And this time we'll be doing an NFL record prediction for the Tennessee Titans for a 2026 NFL season. We're gonna get things started here. I'm gonna go game by game analysis, my game by game picks to see which games I think the Titans will win and which games I think the Titans will lose. So before I give you my record prediction for the Tennessee Titans for a 2026 NFL season, don't forget to put thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more option, and comment down your opinion below to see who you got, how good you think the Titans will be. Do you think the Titans are going to make the playoffs? Do you think they're going to be a good team this year? Or you think they're going to be a bad team this year and miss out on the playoffs? Let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. So week one, they get things kicking off against the New York Jets. Obviously, this is a game right here that can definitely go either way. Now, I know most people could be picking the Jets to win, but this is the Robert Saleh revenge game because Saleh knows the Jets and he's been the Jets head coach before and he knows them. And he has a really good he's a defensive mind, and I think he might have tricks up his sleeves against the Jets offense. And they got Brian Daboll too. So yeah, I think this game can go either way. I think it's going to be a lot closer than we expected. I think it could be a defensive battle game. But I'm leaning towards Tennessee to get their first win just because I think the Titans are just like, I just think Cam Ward is going to make more plays. I think Tennessee's offense make more plays. I think their defense makes more plays as well. And I just really think that I just really think that when I look at Tennessee, I just think their defensive line will make more plays. And, the Jets defense is very predictable and they're kind of weaker on that side. And the Jets have a weaker offense. I think Cam Ward is going to have a day as well. And I think Saleh's gonna like find a way to at least like scheme things up on the Jets offense to make the Jets offense one dimensional. So yeah, I'm gonna lean towards Tennessee to win this game. Week 2 against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm got the Eagles win this game because the Eagles are a much more complete team, better quarterback, better coaching as well, a much more better defense, better offense, and I don't think that they will have an answer for Devonta Smith or Dallas Goedert or Saquon Barkley. So yeah. And I just don't think the offense of Tennessee is going to have an answer for the Eagles defense. I think the Eagles defense is going to find a way to at least demolish them and dominate the line of scrimmage with their D-line, and they got great corners that can man up against the Titans pass catchers. So yeah, I think Philly wins that game here. Week 3 against the New York Giants. I actually think this game can definitely go either way. I know most people could be picking the Titans to win this game, but I'm leaning towards the Giants here because I just think the Giants are going to be much improved this year. I think they're going to be a much more better team than the Titans. I feel like the Giants have a better coaching as well. And I just really think that Jackson Dart is going to make more plays against your defense because he has weapons that can do that. They got Malik Neighbors, Isaiah Likely, Darnell Mooney, OBJ, Darius Slayton. Like, they have a lot of weapons to work with that can really give the Titans defense some fits. And I just feel like the Giants have a great pass rush, a better defensive line. I think they'll find a way to at least like stop the run, get after Cam Ward, made life difficult on them. So yeah, I think the Giants win that game there. Week 4 against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. I feel like Ravens should easily win this game because the Ravens are a much more complete team and have the better quarterback. They're at home, better offense, better run game, and this is also the Derrick Henry revenge game. And I just feel like the Ravens will have a better defense than the Titans. I mean, the Ravens did improve their defensive line to get after the quarterback. And the secondary is still the same, which I think they'll match up against the Titans' wide receivers as well. And I just don't think the Titans are going to have an answer for Derrick Henry. And I don't think they'll have an answer for Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers as well. And I think Lamar is going to be and Derrick Henry are just going to be too much for your defense. So that's why I think Baltimore will win that game. And also, Jesse Minter was the head coach of the. He was the defensive coordinator for the Chargers, and that's when the Chargers did beat the Titans down. I think the Ravens beat the Titans down as well. So yeah, so I think the Ravens win that game. Week 5, they got to play against the Texans at home. This could be a winnable game for the Texans, though, but I lean Texans here to win this game because I think the Texans are just a much more complete team. They have the better quarterback, and they have better coaching, and I just really think that they have like much more better offensive weapons, like as well, and they have a better defense as well. Like, yeah, I mean, I just don't really see how the Titans offense moves the ball against them. So yeah, so I think the Texans defense winning this game, and I think the Texans with their offensively, I think they can move the ball against you guys. Like, yeah, so I think Texans win that game for sure. Next game, week 6 against the Indianapolis Colts. I got the Colts winning this game because the Colts are just a much more complete team. They have the better quarterback and coaching staff, and they're at home. So yeah, and that's pretty much why. And I just really think that you guys are not going to have an answer for Jonathan Taylor or Alec Pierce or Tyler Warren. I think those guys will have a good game though. And I think, the Colts defense is pretty solid. And Big Lou, I feel like he's going to like have tricks up his sleeves against the Titans offense. They have a great secondary led by Sauce who can take care of the Titans receivers. They have a great D line that can really like get after you. So yeah, I think the Colts win that game. Week 7 against the Cleveland Browns. This is a game that can go either way. I mean, most people could be picking Cleveland to win as well. And even last year, the game was in Cleveland and Tennessee ended up winning that game. That was with Shedeur Sanders as well with 300 and some yards. I think the Titans win this game because I think the Titans are just a much more complete team. I think they win this game because they're at home. And I just think Cam Ward will make more plays. And I don't know who's playing quarterback for the Browns. Is it going to be Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders? Is it going to be Dylan Gabriel? I mean, the Browns' offensive line, like their weaponry outside Jerry Jeudy isn't great. Their offensive line, they made improvements. Their defense so far, like it's okay, but I mean, they lost Myles Garrett and they added Jared Verse to replace him. I mean, they lost their defensive coordinator. Like, yeah. So the Browns' defense may not be the same as it was. So, yeah. So, basically, I think the Titans win that game at home. Week 8 against Cincinnati Bengals. I actually lean Bengals here to win this game because I think the Bengals are just a much more complete team, have a better quarterback and coaching. And they're at home. And I just really feel like that, like, I just really think that the Bengals are going to be a good team this year. I mean, they improved their defensive line through free agency, adding multiple players. They improved their secondary, adding a few players. And I just really think that the Bengals defense will make more plays. And I just don't think that your defense is going to have answers for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I think Burrow's going to dice them up. And the offense of Cincinnati and the weapons of Chase and Higgins are just going to be too much for your secondary to handle because I don't think you guys have the corners to cover those guys. So, and I just don't see how the Titans cover the Bengals. So, yeah, and that's pretty much why I got the Bengals winning that game. And then they get a bye week 9. And after the bye week, they have to play at home against the Jags. Actually, they actually got to play the Jags every other week, so week 10 and 12. I actually think you're going to split with the Jags. So I'm going to say you win the first game here, and then you win and then you lose the second game here in Jacksonville, where as well, because I think Jacksonville is slightly a better team, better quarterback, and better coaching as well. And I think Jacksonville could totally be a playoff team this year. And I don't think you guys are going to be playing for nothing, because I don't think Tennessee is going to be a playoff team this year. But I think the Tennessee will win the first game because, sometimes the Titans will play them tough. So, yeah. And I think the first game, I think Cam Ward will have a good game here. So, yeah. And I think he's going to outduel Lawrence. So, yeah. So, I think the Titans will win that game for sure. Week 11, they got to play on the road against the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, I think the Cowboys win this game here. I got the Cowboys win this game, and the reason for that is that, Dallas is a challenge. Dallas has a great offense. They got a good quarterback in Dak. They can run the football. They have a good offensive line. They got great receivers in George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. And they got a good tight end in Ferguson. I just really think that, your defense won't have answers for them, and Dak will be too much for your defense, and the pass catchers Lamb, Pickens, and Ferguson are just going to be too much for your secondary to handle, because you guys don't really have the corners to cover those guys. I don't see how the Titans cover the Cowboys. And I think the Cowboys O-line will do well against your D-line, which that can put your defense in a bad position. And I really think that, Dallas did improve their defense a little bit through the draft and free agency. But Dallas defense may not be as good as they think it would be. But I think their defense can make more plays now. So I think their defense will make more plays, though, than Tennessee. Because I don't think Tennessee is going to be able to do much offensively. So, yeah. And also, the Cowboys are just a more complete team. I think they have the better quarterback. I think their coaching staff is better. And so, yeah. And that's why I think the Cowboys should easily win that game. And then week 13, they have to play against the Washington Commanders at home. This is another game that can definitely go either way. I mean, I can really see Tennessee win this game, but because Washington defense is nothing special. I mean, but Washington's offense is fine, but if Jaden Daniels is healthy, I think Commanders win. But if he doesn't play, I think it's a Titans win. So either way it goes, I'm going to go Washington win here, because I think I just think they pretty much have a better quarterback. I think they have a better coaching, and I just think they're just a much more complete team. And I just think, the defense did make some improvements, though. I think the defense can do enough to at least, get some stuff and overwhelm the Titans' offense. And I think offensively, I feel like that Jaden will be too much for your defense. And I think that, I don't think the Titans will have an answer for Terry McLaurin. I think Terry McLaurin has a good game. So, yeah, I think that's why I think Commanders win that game. But I would not be shocked if Tennessee won. Then week 14, they have to play at home against the Detroit Lions. I think the Lions win this game here. I think the Lions are going to be a playoff team this year. The Lions are a more complete team, better quarterback and coaching staff. They're at home, where they're more comfortable in. Better offensive line. I feel like they have a better defense, but I feel like they do have a weaker defense, but I think their defense will make more plays than you guys, because I don't see how the Titans offense move the ball against them. And I think you guys won't have an answer for Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, and Jameson Williams. I think you guys don't really have the defense to cover those guys. I don't see how the Titans cover the Lions. So, yeah. So, I think that's an easy win for the Lions. Then week 15 against the Colts. This is a game I could see you winning, but I'm going to go ahead and just take the Colts here just to sweep you guys, because I need to see the Titans beat the Colts before I pick them to beat the Colts, because the Colts have beat them several straight times, and in one season they swept them several times. They swept them almost every season, and I just don't really know when the last time Tennessee has beaten the Colts. So that's why I'm picking the Colts to beat them, to sweep them. And also, by the way, I just really think that the Colts are just way better. So yeah. And so yeah, that's why I think the Colts will win this game. Then week 16 against the Las Vegas Raiders. This is a game that can definitely go either way. I mean, last year when we see these two teams play up, we believe the Raiders did win that game, and it was kind of ugly. I can see Tennessee winning this game because I don't know who the Raiders quarterback's going to be between. I don't know who is going to be between. I just don't really know how it can go either way, but I don't really know who the Raiders quarterback's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be between Kirk Cousins or Fernando Mendoza, but I think Fernando Mendoza is going to start though. So I'm gonna go Raiders here because it's in Vegas and playing in Vegas is tough. But the Raiders offense may not be pretty, but I just really think that they pretty much have, a better defense than you guys. And I just think the Raiders defense will make more plays. I feel like Max Crosby is an absolute terror if he's still there. They improved their linebacking core. They improved like the whole entire defense, and their offensive line did improve a little bit. And I love Clint Kubiak. He's a good coach. I think he's going to have tricks up his sleeves against the Titans defense because he did that last year when he with the Seahawks when he was the offensive coordinator of the Seahawks. I feel like he's going to have a good game plan against his Titans defense. And I don't think you guys are going to have an answer for Brock Bowers as well. So, or Ashton Genty. So maybe I think the Raiders can totally have a game here. So yeah, so I think the Raiders find a way to pull this one off. Week 17 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I lean Steelers to win this game because the Steelers are just a much more complete team, have the better quarterback, and I think they have better coaching and are a more complete team. They have better weapons. They have a better defense. Like I think their defense makes more plays, and I just don't see how the Titans' offensive line is going to be able to do much, and I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball. And the Steelers' pass defense is really good at times, so I don't really see how the Titans are going to be able to get after that. And I just really think that, I don't think you guys are going to have the defense to cover the Steelers receivers because DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman, Darnell Washington, Pat Freiermuth, those guys are a problem. And Rico could be Dowell could be a problem too. So I think the Steelers find a way to pull this one off. And then last game, week 18 against Houston Texans, I think they will get swept by the Texans because the Texans are going to have more to play for because, they're probably going to be in the playoffs already because they're already going to be fighting for a playoff spot and Tennessee's going to be playing for nothing. So, yeah, and they're a much more complete team, have better coaching as well and a better quarterback as well. And they're at home. So, that's why I think the Texans win. So, overall, I have the Titans at a total record of 3-14. Which that's terrible though. I mean, 1-5 in the division, 3-9 in the conference, 3-5 at home, 0-9 away. I mean, that's terrible. So basically, looking at this schedule, it's very difficult because they play the Eagles, they play the Ravens, they play the Texans twice, the Colts twice, they play an improved Bengals team, they play the Jags twice, the Cowboys, the Lions, the Steelers. Like, this is like a difficult schedule. Like here's the thing. I think Tennessee, I can really see games that they can win too. Like, I can see them beating the Giants. I can see them beating the Texans once. I can see them beating the Colts once. Like, I can see them beating the Commanders or Raiders or maybe the Steelers. I can see them winning one of these games as well. So yeah, so I think 3-14 sounds about right for Tennessee because, like I said in the beginning, I just don't think Tennessee is there yet. I like what they did through the draft, adding a wide receiver to go along with Calvin Ridley. I feel like Cardinal Tate is going to be okay. We'll see what he can do, and they still need to improve their running back position. Their O line still needs improvement. The defense did okay, improving a little bit, adding John Franklin Myers, but linebacking core is a concern. Cornerback secondary lies. Safety is a concern. I love Robert Saleh. He's an okay defensive coordinator, but I don't really think he's anything special. And I just don't really think that I just don't really think he's gonna be anything like, I just don't think that, he's a good coach. I love the Brian Daboll audition as well. I think Rob Sala is more of a defensive mind in my opinion. So yeah. And Cam Ward's a question mark. I don't know how good he's gonna be. Will he take that next step? Well, I don't really know. But Tennessee's pretty much an interesting team and all that. But I just don't think they're there yet. I think they probably need a year or two left so that way they can, until they see if they can at least take this team by storm and maybe get them back in the playoffs. That's why I have for the Titans 3-14 by record for them. I hope Tennessee proves me wrong, but 3-14 is what I have for them. So you let me know in the comments section below what you guys think, how you feel about Tennessee. So yeah, this is Emmanuel Jones, a big fan. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. You can see more of my NFL record prediction through my playlist video. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Peace.